What is what?
There's a shit on my floor. In the corner, there is a shit!
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we were playing Truth or Dare, and Shireen's pretty ballsy.
There is a shit on my floor!
Well, or is the floor on the shit, is what Dad would say.
What's going on? Is that a shit? A hooker took a shit in our apartment.
Oh, God.
Ah, what?
Oh, this is so gross.
Don't tell me. I don't want to hear about it.
Oh, my God. No, I didn't get it.
Tell me when you get it.
Oh, my God. I got some on my thumb.
No.
Oh, yes, I
You
did.
can never cook with that hand again.
Oh, my
See, you
God.
have to learn to cook.
Oh, my God. This is the most disgusting thing ever.
Don't get away from me.
Hey, look, that was a tough night for all of us.
Hopefully what I got planned now is you guys have just seen the old, one of my favorite clips, if not my favorite clip, from the movie Ted. Mark Wahlberg, fucking, the hookers pooping on the floor. Oh my God, that was just fucking, yeah. That cracked me up. So, hope you enjoyed that. Smoke a little bit, yeah. Go on a little conversation. A lot of people from my channel, people I know are all in recovery one sort or another, you know, whether it be alcohol, recovery, fucking drug, whatever, it don't matter. But I want to talk a little bit about relapse. And with that, people seem to, like, you know, if you relapse once, you know what I mean, it seems like they're their own worst enemy. And we are. We'll beat ourselves up so bad that we just keep on using, you know what I mean? Oh, what the hell with it now? We've ruined it. It's all over, you know what I'm saying? Let me ask you something. If a person only drank or did a drug like once a year or once every 6 months or something, nobody'd even consider it a problem, right? Alright. So if you haven't used in 5 years, 6 years, 2 years, 6 months, whatever, and you relapse once, or used once, whatever you want to call it, why consider it that big of a deal? You don't keep going right back into it. At least that's what I've learned not to do anyway. So I can suggest you don't do. You know, you don't just say, oh, fuck it, you know what I mean? Because, you know, I relapsed recently myself. I don't need to tell you with what. You know, you take a couple hits and you take a couple hits and that's it. You know what I mean? You don't fucking keep going and going and going and going and going and going and going. If it's a rare treat once in a while, then it ain't a problem, you know what I mean? But if you go back into the old habit of, oh, fuck, I just ruined my whole life, so fuck it, I might as well just keep going. That's just an excuse to keep getting high. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so with that, let's fucking just keep that in mind. Don't beat yourself up if you get a relapse, you know what I mean? Just fucking hop back up, get on the fucking, you know, brush yourself off and keep going, man. Don't fucking give up. Sorry about the fire and the... Yeah. But, eat fire, smoke some fire. Woo. But it was just tough, you know. It's been a lot of people don't know, you know what I mean? I got a lot of problems myself, you know what I mean? Personal problems you don't want to be laid on YouTube or whatever, you know what I mean? You guys don't need to hear. Who wants to hear, you know? Health issues, don't see in my son, whatever, you know what I mean? You get depressed and you might use, you know what I'm saying? Don't fucking fall back into the thing, you know, category. You just got to keep on fucking, you know, drinking, drugging, whatever you're doing. You don't. You only use once, let it be once, and it ain't going to be a problem. That's just my theory, you know what I'm saying? If you make it a problem, it's going to become a problem. You're going to have to start all over again, and either way, you know what I mean? By all over again, I don't mean just quitting again. I mean by reaching your bottom again, because you're going to go on a bend up, and who knows, you're going to end up in jail with charges, fucking, all the evils that can come with using. So, yeah. With that, I hope you enjoyed the fucking Mark Wahlberg clip and my little rant about, well, not a rant, but my little suggestion about relapse. And as always, I got a new thing here, but I want to say, you know what I mean, I'm going to say, but as always, it's a, you know, smoke more, hate less, create, not hate. And when you come on my live streams, as well, you know, weed's welcome, but not necessary. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, 420 is encouraged, but not necessary to come visit me. You're always welcome at my live streams, whoever you are. You want to come in, hang out, and have a good time, chillax, and, you know, have a, be friendly with everybody. Positive Vibe channel. Come on in, you're welcome. So, with that, like I always say, I'm going to say it again. Smoke more, hate less. You guys have a good night now, alright? Peace.